Hi guys, okay, so it's been a couple of months since I've last uploaded a video, and that's because there's been a few technical issues, but I'm back on track now. So I just thought I'd show you a couple of trades that I've taken over the last couple of days. Trading my favourite London Breakout Strategy. So I'll cut to the chase. Here we've got the London Breakout Strategy taking place on the Euro against US dollar, which is my favourite currency pair. Now I'll just show you how this works. So on this box here, that is the Asian session, which runs from midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning UK time. And as you can see, it's very narrow range, well it certainly was yesterday. And London Breakout session, as it says, when London session opens at 8, whichever direction it goes in, that's the way you would trade. So for example here, these are 5-minute candlesticks by the way. It broke out here, and where the arrows go, literally just going up here, okay, and I literally got out just at the top of these wicks here, and that was a good 40 pips in less than an hour. Now you might say, well, why? I could have gone up here and got another 20 pips. Well, I'll just show you how this strategy works. Essentially, when you decide to take a trade, what you should be thinking about is what is your entry point, what is your exit point. So I've got two moving averages on here. The red moving average is 6, the blue is the 21. When the 6 crosses 21, essentially you buy, and when it goes below, you would sell. So you enter and exit as well. Now 40 pips is really good to move like that in approximately an hour. That is a very big, normally I aim for like between 10 and 15 pips. So to get, just take that out, still learning with trading view. So to essentially get 40 pips is really good. Now, yes, I could have got another 20, but if I'd waited for it to come back across the moving averages again, I would have actually had a loss. So I set a trading stop, but I didn't set a limit. Well, I'd set a limit, but the limit was something crazy like 30 pips, and it didn't actually get there. But you can't always, you're not to know that this is going to be the maximum it's going to get to at the top here, and that's just trading for you. You can never predict, and you're always going to be unhappy with the trade whether you win or lose. So the fact that I got 40 pips is way more than what I would normally get anyway. So I'm certainly not complaining about it. And as you'll see on the next trade, as we go forward to the next trade, which is today, you'll see, let me just remove that again. You'll see on today's trade why there is no certainties in trading. As you see here, look, these moving averages work really well. And most traders on London Breakout Strategy don't use moving averages. I use them to clarify. Okay, you might have got out here, it crosses back over, but you can see it's gone all the way down there. And that's for a good 50 pips. That's gone all the way from 11:25 to the evening. So that's really good. So moving averages can help ascertain the direction of a trade. And here we've got the Asian session in the box. You can see it's a much wider Asian session. In fact, it stayed in a very narrow range until it opened at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock UK time, that's when the Frankfurt session opens in Germany. So what happens is you do get some kind of an uplift, especially obviously if you're trading the Euro, which is what the German currency is. So what I do is, sometimes if I see a breakout after the Frankfurt Open, I will go with it, meaning a breakout if I see my two moving averages cross, which as you can see here, they have crossed. So I took this trade here and I rode it all the way up to the top of the box, at the top of the Asian session at 8 o'clock. And the mistake I made was, I set a trailing stop, but because with this big uplift here, I thought it was going to continue at 8 o'clock. I certainly couldn't see a big drop, but that was my mistake. That keeps going again. Leave that there for now. That was my big mistake, because as you can see here, oh, moving the box now. As you can see here, it does actually start to drop right on 8 o'clock. But what I did was I could see that it was starting to come down, so I actually closed it there. So I did make a few pips, and you know, if I had stayed as to regards to the rules of London Open, then I wouldn't have made any trade. This is live now at 1:20 in the afternoon on Thursday. As you can see, it's come back along. I think there's news coming up at 1:30, so I certainly wouldn't be doing any trading at the moment. But yeah, so that's, you know, okay, I could have got more pips, but I'm glad I got some pips, made some money, because I use these moving averages and don't just rely on the breakout strategy. I can show you on my IG. So this is my IG. This is today. Euro US. You can see how it sticks rigid within the Asian range. And if you look at pound US and Euro US are correlated pairs, so they seem to move in the same direction all the time. But as you can see, it's gone exactly the same way. Yet again, if you'd gone when the lines crossed, moving averages crossed, after Frankfurt, you would have made money. And you can see the MACD at the bottom here, it moves in a similar direction. It's a similar system. When the lines cross here, go up, you come down. So that's that. I also sometimes look at the US dollar basket, because the US dollar basket actually operates the complete opposite. So when the euro goes down, and the price will go up. I mean, you can use the moving averages on here as well. I don't trade the dollar basket. The spread's a bit too big. You've got like 5 pip spread, but it's a good indication of where the market's going. Another thing you can do is to clarify the direction. For example, in the Euro USD, sometimes go on a 10-minute, sometimes trade the 10-minute. You can use the moving averages there to see where it's going. And the reason this morning I thought it was going to continue going up was because you can see here every 15-minute move it was going up, and then I timed it wrong. I didn't wait for the breakout. What I should have done was I should have taken my pips, and then if it broke out the box, then come back in again. But that's the thing, it doesn't matter what strategy you have if you don't apply it correctly. And there's so many permutation. It's all to do with psychology, how many pips you want to go for, whether you cross out now, whether you let it run. And to be honest, whatever trade you do, whether you win or lose, you're never going to be completely happy, because you can be like, oh, I left some money on the table there, or I should have got out earlier, should have entered earlier. Like with this, 40 pips, normally be ecstatic about that, but because you could have got maybe another 20, you're a bit, oh, well, I could have got maybe another 20 pips, but be happy with what you got. As long as you're winning, that is the main thing. So yeah, one more day this week of trading. Tomorrow, Friday, we'll see what that brings. In the meantime, if you're interested to see how I do trade the London Breakout Strategy, it's only the way I trade. It's not a recommendation. It's just how I like to trade. Then pop along to our own trade, have a look at my other videos, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, guys.